Welcome to Reflections on the Journey Home to Essence. I'm Yvonne, and I'd like to share with you some thoughts about bringing light into the heart of darkness as we journey back home to what we really are. On the journey home to essence, the path you have traveled in your life is revisited from a new perspective. Having turned around, you have the opportunity to view the course of your life in a kinder, gentler, more compassionate light. From this new perspective, there is no need to move away from that which has been painful or uncomfortable. Rejecting and moving away from pain was how you handled the confusion of being human on the journey outward into the physical. If you have received the call in your heart to come home, you are being invited to reclaim all that you have attempted to leave behind in order to survive in the world. Your life is no longer about survival. It is about knowing your wholeness. Your life is now about realizing that what you have been seeking in the world is not to be found out there, but rather within your very being. The pain you thought you had to get away from becomes a doorway to innocence and to essence. Your desire to end the illusion of separation makes it possible to embrace the reflections of darkness so that there is nothing left to be separate from. With every step homeward, you see more clearly that what you thought of as bad or unlovable about yourself is really a case of mistaken identity. When looking outward through the eyes of fear, all you saw were shadows and monsters. When looking inward through the eyes of compassion, what you see is contrast and definition, which is what makes life interesting and the world your playground. When you realize that your reactions and painful experiences are not born of evil, but rather of erroneous perception, there is nothing left to do but love the innocent one who has had all those reactions and experiences. So what is it to love but to be unconditionally present to what is and to no longer believe the falsehoods? Compassionate attention to that which has suffered in you is a step in the direction of oneness and the ability to be compassionate toward all who are suffering in the illusion. Do not mistake symptoms of suffering for evil or as something to be rejected. Symptoms such as greed, lack, anger, frustration, criticism, and hatred are only messengers indicating pain. They are not the problem. They are pointing to the illusion of separation based on unmet need. See through the veils of beliefs and assumptions that tell you there is something in the world that will relieve you of your suffering. What you need is what you alone can bring: compassionate, unconditional presence, which is the very light that allows you to see through the veils. Does the world still seem to be calling you to move away from essence? This too is but a reflection of unconscious beliefs. The world is unfolding in its own perfection, just as are you. Look again. What you've perceived as a call away into more of the same is really the call home to peace and stillness. From the still point within, you can see the movement of life as it flows through you. It is all opportunity to experience the inevitable unfolding of an ever-evolving universe. That which is aware of all this is essence, from which you came, to which you are returning, and from which you truly never left. The journey home is a wonder-filled opportunity to make peace with what has been so that it is no longer projected onto the present, thus perpetuating the illusion of separation. As you bring presence and understanding to the past, the way is open to see what is in the moment. There is nothing you have done or could possibly do that is beyond acceptance and understanding when you are looking from the other side of the veil. There is no such thing as needing to be punished or pay for what you have done. All is part of the dance of life, perfect in its own way. The human condition may be the core of suffering, but it is also the greatest opportunity to shine. Do not allow resentment or anger to block the light of life. Let the light shine through so that you can see clearly that it is only your thoughts that can keep you trapped in illusion. You have been given many tools through which to experience life: a mind, a body with all its sensations, emotions, behaviors, an entire universe. As with all tools, they can be used for joy and for sorrow, for pain and for pleasure, to obscure the light and to magnify it. Whatever the ways you have experienced life, it is as it must be. All is well. The journey continues, and there are more adventures unfolding even in this moment. Do not waste even a moment in regret. Instead, open your eyes to the wonders unfolding now. When you feel like giving up, remember that there are millions of bits of information available. Why keep staring at the same old ideas? You have the gift of awareness. Use it to experience all that is and allow an expanded view of possibility. Breathe deeply, breathe fully. Let your breath be the vehicle of remembering. This is not the end. It is the beginning of a wonder-filled experience of life. You are essence coming home to itself.